very much going to, and you want to be actively involved in the football club. I assume both watching some games, but also clearly within that board.
Yeah, correct. We think we can contribute, and we will always be looking for ways to contribute to the club, on the board, in the various committees, and again, sharing our soccer network, sharing our experiences with football clubs in the United States. If there's introductions we can make, if there's doors we can open, commercially, as well as on the sporting side, we're gonna be there to do it. That's definitely the plan.
Have you decided between the three of you who's going to take up the place on the board? Because I understand the investment would lead to that.
Sure. I'm going to take the seat on the board, and the reason I think we've come to that decision is Evan is going to go on kind of the more football related board. Brian's going to look at the other board due to his legal expertise. But the other thing that I'm thinking about is we've really come into this from a very humble perspective. We would like to learn as much as possible from all the things that have been done with Clive and with all of the people who've been involved in the club. We're coming from a very, very humble perspective where we want to be involved, we want to learn, we want to contribute whenever we can contribute.
One of the websites you're linked to, and you've been involved in sponsorship deals, and the names that jumped out were MasterCard, lots of blue chip companies, and footballers like Neymar and Messi. I'm not expecting you to somehow bankroll Messi being at the LME anytime soon. However, I imagine that type of area is, when you talk about expertise, is the type of thing that you'd like to bring and help Lincoln City develop.
Yeah, I think that's right. I do have quite a bit of experience on the commercial side of sport, and have been very privileged to represent some fantastic global brands and teams in big sponsorship deals and commercial partnerships in football. And if there's a way I can contribute to Lincoln City in that way, then absolutely.
We'd love Neymar if you could do it, or Messi. Anyway,
see what we can do.
Just finding from both of you realistic ambitions for the football club. It clearly shines through. You're not coming to see, and it is a struggle even to stand still with the amount of investment and expertise coming into professional football in England. But you clearly want to help take the club forward. What do you both see, and starting with you, Pablo, first, then Brian, as realistic ambitions over the next few years for Lincoln City as a football club?
Just from my perspective, I think sustainability is first and foremost. Making sure that the club is on a very, very solid footing. Looking at building assets for the club from the youth component, from the academy perspective, which will obviously contribute to the first team. So making sure the club is on a fantastic footing, building assets as we can continue to grow and invest sensibly in on and off field ambitions. And I think looking at the club and trying to be as smart as possible with all of the different ventures or avenues that may appear. I think that's where I see the club in 2 to 3 years, looking to potentially make a jump into a playoff race or something like that. But sustainability is the key from my perspective.
Brian?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd love to see Lincoln City a stable, sustainable club in League One, and then always competitive, always competing for a playoff spot, always in the top 10, and then from there, we can think about maybe making a jump to the next level and doing it there. But it's always got to be stable and sustainable. And it's got to be done in a very smart way. We don't want to get too far ahead or do something that doesn't make financial sense in the long run. That's like I said, I mean, we're looking at this 5, 10, 15 plus years ahead, and getting there in a very smart and methodical way.
And just finally, you have seen Lincoln City away at Bolton. You got a whole nother experience coming on Saturday. You're gonna have some jet lag to cope with, both of you. But I understand you're also going to be at the game against Portsmouth. And you must be looking forward to that, getting to meet some fans and getting to meet some people around the football club.
Yeah, I am. I can't wait. Very excited. I will be there on Saturday for the game against Portsmouth. Very, very excited about that. We'll be around all week, working on Lincoln, thinking about the future. We'll be at the fan forum. Pablo and I will also go to the away game on the 26th at Forest Green Rovers. So we're excited to get a couple more games in person in the next few days.
And Pablo, I guess the same for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Really excited to be on the ground, hopefully to interact with some fans and, be able to answer questions, anything that comes up. Absolutely happy to do that. But the matches, the planning sessions, the strategic parts of where we're trying to go with Lincoln, with all the board members and Clive, I'm really looking forward to that part, as well as the match that I'll be at Forest Green. So it's going to be a fantastic week.